Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. It's Carol Baskin here with Big Cat. Oh, um, hi, students. It's Mr. Elmore with Bronco Quarantine. And by the way, did you see that? Just completely knocked my glasses off of my face. And I'd have it no other way because I want my students to catch me in all my goofiness. I hope y'all are doing well. Um, I am. That was an illusion, a reference to Tiger King, which is my new obsession. Just gonna be real. Um, I hope you guys are doing well. By now, you should have received, your parents should have received, or guardians should have received the information for the distance learning. And I kind of wanted to make this video just to um, kind of give you the 411 and kind of like all the information for what's going on. So, I first want you all to know this. My top priority and the top priority of the district right now is to make sure that our community is good and that we are still together. We are, you know, Superintendent Bradley used 3 E's, and I love this. And you know me, I'm so cheesy, so of course I love this. But like, it's engage, encourage, and empathize. And um, kind of getting our students engaged and getting you guys encouraging you to continue to be the awesome people that you are and to empathize, which means we are all in this together, guys, honestly. um and just for me for a minute, just a personal reflection on this has been really hard for me. um if I'm very personal with you guys regarding my past, and um it's been very difficult for me to not go to physical 12-step meetings and spiritual kind of self-help meetings. I am doing those. We are doing those online now, but it's been a very big adjustment for me. It's also been a really huge adjustment in not seeing my mom right now, because my mom turned 65 in October, and I do not feel comfortable being around her right now because she's in an at-risk group. Um, so uh, I'm not seeing my mom right now, so that's really hard. My dad lives in Kansas City. He's 66. But I did see him right before all of this like kind of went down. So I'm glad that I got to see him then. It's also really hard on my mom right now because she can't see my grandma, who is 91. Um, and my grandma is in a very high risk group. But we are all in this together, and um, I really want you guys to know that this is new for all of us, and I just wanted to kind of tell you a few of the things that I have done personally to kind of help me through my really depression and anxiety with all of this, because this is pandemic. I just touched my face, can't help it sometimes. This is a pandemic that's never hit the modern world in this way. And so it's been very difficult. One of the things that I knew I needed to do was make sure that I was taking care of my sobriety first, because without that, I'm nothing. Um, so made sure that my 12-step meetings were still going on online, and I'm doing those virtually. Um, so I know a lot of you are already plugged in with technology, so this is kind of like, okay, Elmore, we know. But another thing that I had to do was really. Oh, my power just clicked off, and now it's back on. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. It literally just like, I was right in the middle of Zelda too. If that did not save my Zelda progress, I'm gonna be mega mad. I'm in the Master Sword Trials right now, the last round. that brings me to my next thing, right? So another thing that I was doing was um, I just went hog wild when it came to my new Nintendo. So glad I got it when I did because they're like sold out and they're not going to be making a lot more. But I did that. Um, Bought a few games, got some Jeopardy, some Trivial Pursuit, some like just stuff that's not even just like gamey. It's just more of like fun parlor game kind of thing. Another thing I did, I'm so thankful. I've been writing a lot more because that's a passion of mine. And I started writing my biography. I know I mentioned that in the video from last week, but I'm coming along really well on that. And I'm getting a lot of my bucket filled with that. Another thing I did, because this is pretty much going to be the next 3 months, really truly, is I bought myself a brand new set of patio furniture, and it is so nice on my patio. I'm actually filming this a little bit after midnight on Friday morning, Thursday night, because I'm kind of like in it right now, and I felt inspired to do this. But I got some new patio furniture, some patio lights, welcome mat, a new like spring wreath, like all kinds of stuff, and it's like really nice out there. Um, I also have had to limit the time that I spend watching like news, and I had to do that in a way that was still staying informed, but not like just watching it all day, every day, because I have lived in New York for a year, and that is pretty much the epicenter right now. And it's really hard to see a lot of the places that I saw every day in New York just so like racked with havoc and death. And so I've had to really be careful with how much news I'm watching. I'm reading like 3 books right now, which is amazing. I'm reading Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky, who wrote The Perks of Being a Wallflower, and I'm finishing On Elise. I finished that. It was wonderful. And I'm reading, oh my gosh, what else am I doing? I can't remember what else I'm reading, but I'm doing a lot of my homework, staying focused on that. And, um, and the other really big thing is really looking at my blessings. Um, I think one of the most important things that's going to happen with this entire thing is that we are going to learn so much more about each other, and we're going to get closer with our families and closer with nature. Fresh air is so important right now. This is not airborne, and you need to be in fresh air, like, as much as you can. Do not stay cooped up in a house or apartment. Um, but I'm very thankful that I have a job, that I'm still getting paid, and um, that I have that security through the summer, and I'm so blessed and so thankful for that. So those are just some of the things that I'm doing, and listening to a lot of music while I do all of this, playing a lot of my records. Um, I just wanted to kind of take the first kind of 8-10 minutes to talk about like things y'all need to do just to take care of yourselves, and to, I think the another really good thing that's going to come out of this whole thing is we're learning how to socialize again, with those who are close to us, face to face, like socializing, and just really getting to know, even if it's just like people we usually see every day, but like we don't really talk to them and get to know them. And I've seen so much kindness, and I've been so like encouraged by so much positivity of what I've seen with like the late night talk show hosts and a lot of people on Broadway. Y'all know that I love like musicals and stuff, and Broadway isn't going on right now, and so a lot of those actors and actresses are like singing on Facebook Live and doing like live streams and all kinds of stuff. So just take care of yourselves in this time. That's going to take about 10 minutes that I just did, but I think it's important that um, the questionnaire that I sent out last week about meeting times and stuff, you guys wrote some really kind things, and I just thank you so much because I needed to hear all that stuff. You know, I know that what's kind of difficult right now is that you guys are eighth graders and you're going to high school next year. But I want you to know, and I mentioned this to Mrs. Collins and Mrs. Wiggins, and they're going to say it to Mr. Little. I told them, I said, I think it's very important that when all this is said and done, we have some sort of social for the eighth grade students and all of the teachers so that we can kind of have some closure with the eighth grade year. So that's in the works for a little bit farther on down. So let's get to distance learning. So let me ease your minds and let me tell you that um, your grade will not be negatively affected by this. I also want to say, because I had a conversation with a student through Google Voice the other day. They were kind of freaking out and what is going on, like what is all this? They asked me about your state test. I want you all to rest assured, my beautiful kids, your state test is not taking place. You're not testing this year, and it will not affect you getting your permit or license. I want to make sure that you understand, as much as I wanted to see those test results as like, yes, my kids killed it, and our Mustang Middle School kids like killed this test. I want you to know it's this is one of the, this is all new, so it's not going to affect you in that way. Regarding, here's the thing with school, okay? This distance learning that's going on, your teachers, we have been working all week to make sure that you guys have some enrichment activities that you could be doing to improve your grade. Um, I'm just going to say this the way it is because shooting straight, excuse me, I'm burpy. Shooting straight with you guys is what I do, and you guys appreciate that. Um, you may do these activities if you are like bored out of your mind, which a lot of you are. It's not required that you turn them in, but if you want to, you can do that through Google Classroom. And that's completely up to you. The other thing that I wanted to let you know is that every day from 10 to 11, a specific subject, you can get on Google Hangout, Google Meet, and your teacher will be available to you. So on Mondays from 10 to 11 until school is closed, which we don't know the date for that either. 10 to 11 on Mondays, you can get on Google Hangout and Google Meet. There's a link that you should have received, and I'm going to post it on Google Classroom. You can get on there to basically ask questions about, the content that you're doing with your enrichment activities. I believe, please, I hope I don't butcher this. I believe Tuesdays it's science. I think Wednesday is math. I know Thursday is history and social studies, and then Friday are your electives. So you can go on from 10 to 11 each specific day, and you can kind of have a Google Meet with your teacher if you need to for that subject. I'm trying to remember, I did like a little to-do list here. Another thing that a lot of you have emailed about is your grades for this quarter, or fourth quarter. Don't worry about that. The number, you may improve your grade from third quarter if you'd like, with these enrichment activities, and you can do these enrichment activities to get some stuff done and get your brain going and keep your brain going. And then the other really big thing that you need to know is that your fourth hour teacher will be making weekly contact with your parents and you about how you are doing. That is our number one priority right now, is to make sure that you are all good and that you are all the awesome, amazing students that you are, and that you have all that you need. If not, so those phone calls, they are phone calls. So I will be calling. So my fourth hour, my second block, I will start those phone calls on Friday, which is technically today because it's 12:50. But I'm going to start those phone calls a little bit later today, around probably 2 or 3 o'clock. And then I'm going to continue with those on Monday. And those will be weekly. So I'll be calling your parents. So your fourth hour teacher will be calling you once a week just to kind of check in and see how you're doing. That is the number one priority right now, is to make sure that our community stays cohesive, like glue, simile. So here's the thing. This next Monday, which is April 6th, from 10 to 11, you can get on Google Hangout, Google Meet. There is, you have that link. It will be in Google Classroom on Monday, and you can go on and have a little face-to-face with Elmore if you want, and do that, and then you have each subject for each day. So I wanted to, spend those first 10 minutes talking about ways to kind of, just deal with right now and what we're going through. And then the last 10 minutes to kind of talk about distance learning and how that's going to work. I want you to understand something. I want you all to listen to me carefully. I'm going to take off my glasses because this is serious. I want you all to know that the hardest part of right now for a lot of teachers, and is definitely hardest for me, is the fact that we're not going to have class again. But I want you to understand that we are making sure that you guys are still taken care of, because that's how Mustang does things. And I'm so thankful to be in Mustang, and I'm so thankful that you are all my students. You are amazing. You are wonderful. You are the best students I have ever had. And we will have some closure for this school year, but I just want you to kind of rest assured that we got this. Your principal at Mustang High School is going to be Dr. Knowles. She used to always say that to us when she hired me at Highland East that year after the tornado. She would always say, "We got this. We got this. We're going to be fine. We got this." And we are. I know it's new right now, and it's very different, and it's isolation, and a lot of us are going some stir crazy, and it's okay to feel those things right now. So I love you guys. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You are the greatest people that I've known in my life. And we got this. You're going to get through this. We are all going to get through this. One more thing before I sign off. This is, I know, going to be a question, but I think a lot of you are going to think that it's only through your fourth hour teacher that you're going to be doing the Google Meet. That's not the case. So if you need to talk to your teacher, your core teacher, about whatever enrichment activity you're doing, like let's say it's somebody from my first or second hour, or somebody from my sixth and seventh hour, you can get on that 10 to 11 slot at the Google Meet link, and you can come on and we can have some conversations, and I cannot wait for that. I'm so stoked for that on Mondays. So Mondays from 10 to 11 is going to be your ELA time. Um, if you guys have any questions, we have been given a Google Voice number. Um, if you need that, if you need something, the best way to get in touch with me is email. Email is by far the quickest way. I will be online during normal school hours, Monday through Friday, starting next week. So you can email with questions or concerns or whatever it may be. Um, and anytime from 10 to 11 on Mondays, you can get on to asking questions about ELA enrichment activities. So those will be posted on Monday. Um, if you guys have any questions, you can email me and I will get back with you as soon as I can. I hope that I've received some amazing emails from your parents and guardians. I hope that you are spending some quality time with them. I hope that your families are staying safe. And I cannot wait to see you guys physically again. But and I'm going to give you biggest hugs and high fives and all of it. The biggest thing I miss right now is giving hugs because I'm a hugger. And so I just want you to know that you are loved and that you are fabulous and that you are kind, you are smart, you are important. And I love you guys so much. So if you have any questions, email me and I'll get back with you. And I will see you guys soon. Sending virtual hugs to all of you. Um, I absolutely adore you. Love to all of your families and to you. And I will see you guys soon. Have a good one. Peace.